What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Bracket Bitches. For those who don't know, this is our bracket showdown. So we have our when there's a solid sporting event, we try and do obviously March Madness. We try and do NFL, soccer. We try and hit all the brackets with all the
Mm-hmm.
bitches.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the name. And we have our Discord link down below. Fill out their brackets on that, and then we discuss how the tournament is going, much less how our Discord members are doing. And we hope you all can join us with the link down below for the Discord. But enough about me. The person on the screen to your right, on the left, I don't know, it's a mirror thing, but Soul, how we doing?
I am doing great. And really, you get bragging rights when you win bracket bitches. I've won one. Tushka has won one. Ryan has won one. And you see him on our book club. So
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, Josh has not won one yet.
I thought,
But maybe this time he will.
yeah,
Who knows?
maybe.
I
Oh well,
put it over to
I thought I won one, but I don't know. I know I came in second to the Oscar one. I know with the Oscar
well,
prediction.
yeah, the Oscar one I won, but that one we don't have that as a record. We just have that as a fun one
Yeah.
that we did.
Well, when the New York Red Bull shocked the world as an 8 seed, like they should have 2 years ago. No. But no, today we are talking about the WNBA, which is going on. We've got some teams that are already eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
So we've already, and some teams that, some upsets, I guess, as far as the series is concerned. A big upset last night with a last
Mm-hmm.
second shot. Come on, you got to know where Leah Boston is on the court at all times. But nonetheless, congratulations to the Indiana
The
Fever,
broken Indiana Fever.
the broken Indiana Fever, uh, the Minnesota Lynx coming. Talk about a comeback. I mean, I thought it was over, and then so it was like the Lynx came back one by one. They were down by like 30 at one point.
Yeah, that was a crazy game between the Lynx and the Valkyries. It was all the game twos were really weird, and you saw that with the Phoenix New York game. You looked at that the score line, and you're like, wait, what the heck happened? Because the upper seeds in all the game ones, they won. They won handedly, pretty much in all of them. Yeah, you look at the game one, Lynx beat the Valkyries 101-72. So you're like, oh, that's a pretty like handedly gave it to him. And then yeah, they were up, and then somehow they came back in the fourth. I haven't gone to watch that because we were doing wrap it up
Mm-hmm.
when the game happened. But yeah, they won 75-74. So I guess they had a really good fourth quarter. Yeah, let's look at this. Yeah, they scored 26 to Golden State's 11 in the fourth quarter. So
Gotcha.
that'll do it for you. Then yeah, you look at the other game ones that we've had. Dream beat the Fever 80-68 in game one, but then you had the Fever 77-60 in game two, and then 87-85, close game three there for Fever and Dream, as you alluded. And then you have yeah, Liberty Mercury 76-69. This was still a back and forth game, and I hope we get that today. I hope we get a close, but then the Liberty win, because the Liberty's my team. But I love Phoenix, and I love a lot of the players on Phoenix: Kalia Copper, At, Satu Sabali. This is the Sabali Derby, because you got a sister on each side there, and then Storm and Aces. Aces handedly beat them 102-77 in game one, and then Storm turnaround. Aces were up for most of that game. Storm had a really good fourth quarter. They won this game too. They almost won game three, and it was a Aces down by one. You have it in the person that you expect, the person you want the ball that have their hands on is Asia. She misses the shot. Jackie Young, the shortest person on the court at that time, somehow gets the rebound around a hump like three other Seattle Storm players, and she has the putback. She gets and they win by one. So these have been some close games, and I'm not surprised that we got an upset because you're seeing this year opposed to other years is that the 1 through 8 are really close to each other. Usually you got like 1, 2, 3, and then everyone else is like, yeah, they're all right.
Yeah.
This year it came down to the final day to decide who was in the playoffs and who wasn't.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, that's good. You always want that parity because,
Yeah.
I mean, typically it doesn't really you don't see that big upset. You see it in hockey a lot where the 8 upsets the 1. You really don't see it in NBA, especially now with how teams are set up.
Except for the Miami Heat.
Right. I'm aware of that. With 2005 or something like that, where they came off for like your best year as far as the season.
Much more recent when Denver won that year. We were the 8th seed.
Oh, you did upset someone as the 8th seed, didn't you?
Yeah. I think
I remember you all got upset as a 1 seed to an 8 seed back in Shaq.
Yeah. But we, as an 8 seed, I think it was Celtics were the 1 seed, and we beat them to go to play Denver in the finals.
Oh, okay.
I know my stuff.
I'm not gonna question it. But yeah, no, we the 38-3, Asia, really 38-3. That's what you got to do. All right. Aaliyah Boston with a double-double. Alicia Gray also had a double-double as well in that Dream loss. But I saw the replay, and Aaliyah Boston was just like chilling right on the block. And I'm like, does anybody know where she is?
Yeah. The Aces almost did that. Erica Wheeler. They left Erica Wheeler open, and she missed the shot when usually she doesn't. At the end there, again, they almost gave it to the Storm at the end.
Yeah.
But they had a little bit of luck on their side.
Mm-hmm. But I'm just like, how good of a roster is the Indiana Fever, and how well has that coach really done this year with all the injuries?
I think this is one of those, and you saw how good of a coach she was with Connecticut, and you saw like injury after injury, they didn't miss a beat. Kelsey Mitchell is just so good. And so I think Stephanie White, like really, she's just like, okay, we're going to roll with the punches. And there's something to say about like bad things happening to your team and you just continue to move forward with it. You saw that also New York Liberties have gotten the injury bug this year. And that's why they dropped all the way to 5. And they were like, ooh, that's a dangerous 5 seed because, yeah, they're a 5 seed. But I think everyone was talking, like, if you talk about the most well-constructed team, if everyone's healthy, it's the New York Liberty.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure.
Yeah.
But also, too, people are like, well, as soon as Sophie Cunningham went out, they're like, just don't even play Caitlin Clark anymore. Just rest her. The season's done. And I'm like,
her season was done way beforehand. I think for just purposes of people like, oh, she might come back, still buy tickets, kind of thing. Although you've seen, even with Caitlin Clark not playing, that we've had record sellouts. Congratulations to the Valkyrie. Also, like, not only their inaugural season making to the playoffs, they're the first team to do so. Natalie Nakasa, their head coach, getting Coach of the Year. But they also were number 1 in attendance this year. So, Golden State, they very quickly created a culture. They call their arena Valhalla because they're the Valkyries.
Yeah, I got it. I connected it.
So, like,
I will not be a Valhalla anytime in my future.
So I gotta give them props. But you ready to look at everyone's brackets?
Yeah, let's get into the Valhalla. I can't get over that. That's terrible.
It is great.
It's terrible, and how like
it is wonderful. I don't know.
It makes me smile when I say it. It's fun to say, but it's so cringe.
It is not. The thoughts of Josh Mabry are the thoughts of Josh Mabry alone.
It's just a little cringe. Just because there's a game like Super Smash Brothers and it's called Brawlhalla. So we got Brawlhalla, Brawlhalla, Valhalla.
Valhalla is better than
Brawlhalla.
Brawlhalla.
I don't know.
And anyways, we'll have the brackets here. So first up, I got an X on the board already. I thought Atlanta was going to do it, but this is my bracket. It's very similar to your bracket, which we'll see soon. I made the prediction on Rev Sports for I Wrap It Up. Go watch every Wednesday. That I think whoever wins MVP, the other team will win the WNBA playoffs. So with this, I'm thinking Nafisa's going to win MVP. At the beginning when I created this, now I think that it's possibly going to be Asia. I keep going back and forth every day who's going to win MVP. But I decided to go with the Aces winning here. They had their 17-game winning streak. They're really hot. You got to believe in Becky Hammond. They've won before. So I'm giving it to the Aces here, Minnesota versus the Aces. But you never know. New York might, if they're healthy and they win this game tonight, I'm never gonna root against my New York Liberty.
No, I mean, like I said, we're getting ready to see mine, but I was never expecting the FIFA with like the shell of themselves to pull it off.
You gotta give it up to them. Gotta give it up to Stephanie White.
Yep, but
so here's Tushka. Tushka has a perfect bracket so far. Because he did choose.
So this is what happens when your team hasn't won an NFL game. You get a perfect WNBA bracket. I guess I can handle that trade-off for a little bit.
Yeah, and I hope that he stays perfect after tonight's game because I'm a New York Liberty fan, so I want them to win. And then we got Josh. Josh just slightly different. He's also got an X there, but he's going for Minnesota as well. Why are you going Minnesota over the Aces?
Because I watched them in the finals last year. I was like, all right, if they just didn't have enough, but if I predicted them literally before the season started. I was like, I think the Minnesota Lynx is probably going to take it this year because I love the coach. I liked, and if they have the same roster, so that cohesion's back, and it's tough to beat. That's the reason the Pacers got to the finals last year because it was a basketball team. It wasn't a couple of stars, and then everyone else kind of got out of the way. I'm not saying that like the Aces or stuff like that, but the Lynx were just compared to Liberty. The Liberty had more stars in a sense. They had, Stewie and
but they got the stud buds down. People know who they are.
Like I'm saying, they still have a year, and Nafisa is taking her game to another level. So I wasn't predicting Nafisa to do that, but I was predicting, just when your team's all back and you've got that cohesion and that everything, that it's just the sky's the limit. And they kind of proved it. They're never out of it because they were down by 30, and they still came back and won by 1. So if that doesn't let everyone know that don't ever count them out, they will not quit. So you're talking about the best roster or the best record in the WNBA, number 1 seed, down by 30, and they still didn't quit, came back and won by 1. That's just in the shockwaves that you better wait for the final whistle.
You and I think we both said, Minnesota's winning next year. So I'm going against my preseason. But if you look at Minnesota just with Nafisa and then what they did this year, but you look at Unrivaled, her team also almost went undefeated. They only lost 1 game in the regular season. They did not win. The Roses won. And she was the Lunar Owls. So playing in that, I would hate to put this on her because Nafisa's so good and I want her to win. I want her to but is she like a Carmelo Anthony that just never actually wins? But is
don't. And I'm not,
good?
that just hurts for even Carmelo, but I know what you mean.
Where it's just like, they never get a chip. I don't want that for her. I want her to get a chip. But could this be one of those where she wins all these individual awards? She is on teams that play so well and then just playoffs, not it. What do you think?
I think she'll be fine.
I hope so too. Yeah, I'm just asking a question. I'm not saying I believe it.
Just can't get over the hump. All right, let me tell you about a 2-time MVP named Lamar Jackson. He just can't seem to get over the hump, but he's amazing.
Yeah.
So when it comes to NFL, as far as doing that, you talk about the Charles Barkleys, the Patrick Ewings, as far as basketball of no rings, but just ridiculous from the jump as far as a player. So Dan Marino. I know she's not Dan Marino level, but just people that are top of their game that for some reason just could not get the ring.
Yeah. So we will see. We'll see if it's this year. I do hope that, because she'll probably have a long career. I do hope she does win once. Then we got GIF.
Hey.
GIF has the exact same. Actually, wait, no, he doesn't have the exact same as Tishka because he has the fever going to the finals.
Hold on, let me see if I can do GIF. I just drew out of a hat, man.
But he chose Minnesota.
Yeah.
There too. But what do you think about GIF having the fever in the finals?
I mean, I'm not going to doubt the fever, ever. Ever. I was like, oh, they got a game. Cool. Good for them. They won the series? So him having the fever in the final, I'm like, yeah, might as well. It's a very tough sledding with the Aces, especially on the run that Asia is.
Shorter turnaround time than the NBA has in their playoffs. So
yeah, and them being depleted, they're gonna run out of gas.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that would be amazing for them to make it to the finals. I think it's one of those if they were fully healthy, they very well could have. They very well could win. But the fact that they aren't, I think that they're going to run out of gas just because they don't have the people on the bench that they can turn to.
Yeah. So picture this, though. As a WNBA, you're like, okay, what can stir up the most storylines? And Aces, Asia, Nafisa, head to head. I'm not saying obviously Liberty, but with this bracket,
the two MVP people being the people going head to head
in the finals. Great. Okay, mark that down. Millions of views. Then you have, say, Liberty Lynx. That's not the story. The story is that the Fever get there, because then you're like the Fever, who 2 years ago was nothing, gets Caitlin Clark, makes a nice, finally wins playoff games this year, gets to the final, and Caitlin's on the bench. Do you push to have Caitlin play? They're going to push this narrative. They shouldn't, but I'm just saying, like, storylines from a standpoint. Do you push to get Caitlin play, or you're going to have people also say, "Is Caitlin really that good?" You're going to have that joke.
They made it to the finals, or they won without her.
They won without her, so yada yada. So, other than that, it's like, can the Liberty repeat? But as far as each storyline, I would want to see the Lynx, Nafisa and Asia. The Fever
I think that would be the most evenly matched up final, which is what you want.
Right. But I'm just like that. If I'm the WNBA, I'm like, yeah, give me the Lynx and Aces. You're going to get more eyeballs if the Fever make it, and the people are going to tune in thinking Caitlin Clark's playing. And then they're going to be like,
and the other great matchup, like let's say New York beats Minnesota, if it was New York Aces, that is a great final. Because that is a repeat of when they lost to the Aces. And that has been kind of like they've have a little rivalry going on in these past few years. So that is good for rivalry there. Like New York's kind of two rivals right now are Minnesota and Las Vegas. So I think the most, and I don't want to none of the games would be boring, but the most boring, because I can't think, would be probably New York Fever.
Mm-hmm.
But going on to the next slide, we got Jeremy. Jeremy has the exact same as you. He chose Atlanta as well, so that's
I just like how no one picked the Mercury, at least so far. No one's picked the Mercury, Golden State, or Seattle.
Yeah, we're only on the fifth person so far.
Right.
Going on next here, we got Jason. Jason.
Oh, the dream died for Jason.
The dream died for Jason. He had Atlanta going to the finals, but they didn't do it for him. But he's still alive with Minnesota.
He's still alive. Yes. Now, if only every other person didn't have Minnesota going all the way, but you're still alive.
Yeah. Who's not alive is Cheryl.
Yeah, her dream became a nightmare on this one.
Yeah, she had Atlanta going all the way, and they just didn't do it for her. She could still get some points if New York beats Minnesota. She had New York, Atlanta as the final. That would have been interesting. Stewie versus BG.
Yeah.
And next up, Drunken Prayer. He's got the aces going all the way, but he has the aces against the Mercury.
Yeah. I mean, triple double queen. Just couldn't, it still could happen. It's not. We're finding out tonight.
We find out in 22 minutes they start playing. So
we'll find out in 22 minutes and 2 hours, or 2 hours and 22 minutes when the game actually over. But yeah.
Oh, right. True. I messed up then. But anyways, yeah. Las Vegas, this is him and I. We got the same winner there. Very different way that the finals would be, but that would be an interesting final.
Yeah. I mean, you got basically the two best big women in the league with Alyssa and Asia. So,
and next up here, Preston. He chose Seattle, so he got that wrong. But he also chose the Fever, and he has the Fever in the finals as well, but with Minnesota winning. But what'd you think of Preston choosing Seattle?
I mean, it's a cool logo. I'm just trying to get in the mind of Preston. So,
and someone else who chose Seattle, we got T, and T has the Fever going all the way.
She likes the underdog.
She's got the Fever going against Phoenix there. What do you think of this matchup in her bracket so far?
Shock the world, T. Shock the world. Because I will let you know right now, you would win this without the Fever actually winning it if both make it to the final.
Right. And next up we got Justin.
Yeah, he's alive.
He's alive. He's got the same bracket as Tushka there. And then this is the last one that we got. We got Boggs. He's the only one that chose the Valkyrie. He literally has no idea what any of these teams are, or I think some of the cities he knows. He knows some of them. He doesn't know the others. Right. He's over there in London, so he has Phoenix going all the way. Thoughts on that?
I mean, you're still. I don't know what to say. I kept saying you're still alive like the whole time, but it's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for him.
Yeah, maybe he just liked the logo, or he like when he chose Phoenix. Because I'll put this here. I go, "Who do you got?" And he goes, "Phoenix." And I was like, he knows the city Phoenix. He knows what it is. Does he know where it is? Yeah. And then I was like, but how's Phoenix getting there? And his answer was, they're going to win.
Yeah. Drunken, what's up, man? Get that. And yeah, Fox and I. Yes, our international audience.
Yeah, let's go back to Drunken Prayers. Yeah, he's got the aces. He's got aces in Phoenix, so he's got Phoenix going. Is there something about Phoenix in the UK that you guys like?
Warm weather. Really, really hot weather.
Right?
Yeah.
Because yeah, both of you got Phoenix and Aces. Just one has Phoenix winning, one has Las Vegas. So you got like that dry heat over there.
Yeah. Plus, that city is so long. Like when I visited it, like it's just so it's a lot bigger as far as width, not like
Mhm.
buildings and skyscrapers. It's like it takes like a good hour sometimes to get one part of the city to the next. It's really cool though. I went to this state where like the hockey team and the football arena and all that stuff is. It was pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool.
Maybe our UK folk, because their weather is cold and wet, they just want some dry heat, and that's why they chose Phoenix, Arizona, and Las Vegas, Nevada,
Right.
as their final. Let us know a drunken prayer if that was the case.
Yeah. What is up with UK Mercury? No, I mean Phoenix. Sorry, not the.
Yeah, we got our drunken prayers. He's up there in Scotland.
Yes.
But any final thoughts on anyone's bracket? Anyone's bracket you want to look at and either make fun of or say, "Ooh, this one's pretty good."
This one actually like not Boggs is Drunken Prayer. I think he had his perfect bracket, but yet it's not how everyone else is. So
Yeah,
this is very interesting, I guess, with the Mercury and the Aces. So it's pretty cool. Like he's got like when I saw him, like I had to like blink twice. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. The Mercury's technically not out of it.
yeah.
They're literally getting ready to play here in about 20 minutes, and this is a perfect bracket still. Even though we've been sitting here talking about the Lynx and the Aces and the Liberty, without knowing, like, yeah, you got the triple double queen. So
Yeah, you never know. So far, and this does not include tonight's game, obviously, that will change up. But this is the leaderboards. We got Tushka, Gif, Drunken Prayer, and Justin. They all have 9. Then we got myself, Josh, Jeremy, Jason, Cheryl, Preston, and T with 6. And Boggs right now with 3.
yeah. All right. So looking on the bell curve of our international guys on there, I guess we bump Boggs up like a point based off of Drunken Prayer really elevating him.
Yeah. Drunken Prayer, you can say that you are better than Boggs right now.
Yeah. Okay. Confirmed. He rolled dice.
Yeah.
No, were they actual physical dice, or is that just a bit of speech?
There we have here. If I'd known LV stood for Las Vegas, I might have picked it for Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah. Yeah. Louisville native, Hunter S. Thompson.
He goes, woo, Scotland over England.
No, virtual dice. Hello, Brendan.
Yeah. Yeah, we got Scotland winning right now in this. But Mabry, tonight's game. I know we both got the Liberty. But any predictions on scores? Any predictions on Breanna Stewart? Because, she's playing now with a knee brace on one and a compression sleeve on the other knee.
If the Liberty win this game, it's going to be very tough sledding because it's not 100% Breanna Stewart. And I think it's going to be a struggle bus for Breanna because you saw last game, but maybe she's had enough on it. Maybe she's, got enough to where, but it's a full game and you got to stay loose. You cannot let your muscles or anything like that get tight and you lose a step. And so,
and you saw the Mercury where they were like, ooh, she's not 100%. We can go after her.
Right.
And they were guarding her pretty hard.
Yeah.
Which you're seeing now too in the playoffs. One second. So, you could see that they're not blowing the whistle as much. They're letting them play the game. So you saw the Phoenix going kind of like, ooh, this is a weak link right now, which that sucks for her, but you do what you got to do to win, right?
Yep.
And you saw too the Liberty, any mistakes that they make, they usually are like, ooh, Stewie's going to cover us.
Mm-hmm.
And they just didn't have Stewie as the cover that they normally did. So we need Jonquil Jones to get a double-double because every time she gets a double-double, the Liberty win. So I'm going to need that from JJ. And I hope Stewie is played smartly. If she can only play 10 minutes, only have her in the game for 10 minutes. I want her to be healthy moving forward. And just everyone, realize, you can't rely on her. Same with, Aces, when they solely rely on Asia, they didn't play as well.
Mm-hmm.
And when they started playing as we gotta come up and do some shit as well, that's when they went on their winning streak. So I know you have the superstar in Breanna Stewart, but it can't just all be on her.
No, Sabrina's gotta you got to put the cape on there for a second.
Yeah, Sabrina's got to do well. JJ's got to do well. Everyone's just got to step up.
Yeah, got to step. Next scroll
up. Cloud, play that D, girl, like you know how to. You're playing against your former team.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's. I would say the Mercury's probably going to take it just with Stewie's injury.
I don't know. I still got hope in my Liberty.
Well, they got the bull crap out of the way last game.
Yeah.
That's the one way to look at it.
And you see a lot of the higher seeds, they let the second game, they let some bull crap slide. You saw that with the Aces. Saw that with Minnesota, even though they decided, okay, let's not at the end.
That gif or whatever of the old man going to the car. It's call for an ambulance, but not for me.
Yeah.
That was Minnesota during that game.
So Atlanta let it slide too much that the Fever won. So New York's got to do better. And I believe they will. And they showed that they could win, and they won well in Phoenix. So they showed that they could do that, and so I hope that that's going to be a repeat of Game 1 for Game 3.
Yeah. So, well, we got the brackets. We got the bitches. We got a game.
We got a game tonight. So we will, because of this, I don't think we're going to go for another bracket bitches after round 1. We will go after the semis to see who's going to be in the finals. That's the next time you'll see us on screen for bracket bitches. But that's not the next time you'll see us on screen for Ruckus Entertainment and Variety. Let the people know where they can find us.
On Monday, myself and Tushka will do our fantasy F around show. Where myself and Tushka will be breaking down the world of fantasy as we sweat out the Monday Night Football game and whether or not that could wins turn into losses. Losses can turn into wins. So if you go back at our content, there's a nice little short of Tushka going from winning to losing when we realized that Jason had the New York Jets defense. So go watch that and you know what I'm talking about. Then following that, every Wednesday, we have our Rev Sports Wrap It Up, as so alluded to earlier in this episode, where we wrap up everything that is in the world of sports. So we will be talking about the WNBA and breaking down those games, along with NFL, college football, baseball. We'll be touching on a future first ballot Hall of Famer retiring or announces his retirement at the end of the season, which is Sammy Kershaw. So we'll be talking about that and other news stories that could have gone along. Noah Lyles, got 4 of them. So we'll be talking about that. Tying or surpassing Usain Bolt, I'm not for sure. I just read that stat 2 hours ago, and it's not fresh in my mind. But I know he's got 4 of them. So shout out to that. But again, 9 Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. And then on Thursdays, myself and Justin Toner, we break down everything in the world of wrestling. We have 2 pay-per-views going on tomorrow, WrestlePalooza and All Out, for AEW is going on tomorrow, much less everything else going on in the world of wrestling at 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central. And then, so we also have a book club.
Yes, we do. And with that, we got the Monk and Robots series. It's a novella. I'm, like I said, a book-tater is what you call it.
Book-tater.
Usually, if you join the Discord down below, you get to vote every month for our book. But I decided to be the dictator this year, the booktator, and for this month and choose. And that's the first book in the Monk and Robots series by Becky Chambers. So I hope you join us. And that'll be the first Friday of the following month.
Yeah. So that's all we got. We got a lot of stuff going on, which means you all out there, if this is the first time seeing us, welcome. Also, if you could do us a favor, hit the like, subscribe, ring that doorbell, because we have all the good content. If you want to see other content that we do, we try and do trivia. We try and do a whole bunch of other stuff. We'd love to get your all's input. So comment down below. Thank you
Please
all so
subscribe.
much.
We're so close to 150. And when we get 150, we're going to do a little celebration. So if you want to be part of that celebration, if you want to have fun with us, subscribe to this channel.
But thank you to Drunken Prayer and Brennan for joining us in the chats. And so now we just got to play ball. Now we just got to play ball.
Just got to play ball. Go Liberty. See you.
The face.